Welcome to the night where we light up the spark. We're trading crypto, finance, you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beaches top shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dollar shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode. Economic loops and the way the dollar flows.
Welcome to Markets After Dark, where we go mad on the charts Sunday through Thursday night, right here on the Piper Academy, 10 p.m., well, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Lunar Beaches Crypto, and tonight we're going to be doing our usual Macro Monday, February 17th in the charts. So that is where we start. Going to be going over some S&P, all your major indices, maybe some stocks. Going to go over some news, just a quick lightning news. Maybe give some thoughts on some things regarding news if it pops up. We're going to be going over economic calendar, Hedera, news, and charts. So a whole bunch of stuff. So strap in. It's going to be a good one. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you all had an amazing weekend. We're going to try and get you guys prepped for success for the week. And then, yeah. I say and then like I had something else to say. But anyways, guys, how you doing? Let's go ahead and bring you up. Let's bring up the beautiful people. Hey, there you are. There's the beautiful people. What's going on? Indie Rock Crypto Alumni. What's going on? How are you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Doom User. Yo, let's go, Doom User. Like the metal horns. Let's go. We got Jay Violet in the house. What's up? Chris Klein. What's going on, my guy? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for reposting on X. Bingo, bango, T.I. Joe. What's going on, Trade Intuition? Hope you're doing well. My brother, R.S. Miller in the house. All right. RMT, this is the week I rebrand to Wrecked Mike Tech. Okay, looking forward to that rebranding. Let's see, Hashan Madurenga. What do you think, BTC dominance divergence? I don't know about BTC dominance divergence. I haven't looked into it. To be perfectly honest, I haven't thought about looking at divergence on Bitcoin dominance. Maybe it's a thing. Never seen it. Never looked into it. Surprisingly. Well, yeah. Never looked into it. Melissa One Love in the house. What's going on? Also, yep, still on for the 18th. I was about to say, R.S. Miller, tomorrow, well, Tuesday is the 18th. So that means we're going to be going to the upside, according to R.S. Miller. That is what he says. And I must say, I think I kind of agree. Of course, we've been in an agreement, so this shouldn't be any news to you guys. I'm pretty bullish on the markets. Just after that massive liquidation event that we had, of course, we're going to get a little bit of choppiness and let the market settle. But there are signs, macro signs, broader market signs that we are on the cusp of moving higher. So we'll get into that tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up the chart to my shoulder here. I've got the S&P E-mini futures threatening. The S&P 500 is threatening a new all-time high. It is very, very close to setting a new all-time high. Why is this important? Well, because Bitcoin tends to follow your S&P and your Dow Jones and your NASDAQ once they set all-time highs, especially your S&Ps and your Dow Jones. Once those set all-time highs, it is typically go time for Bitcoin as well. And of course, a rising tide lifts all boats, and with King Bitcoin, it'll lift everything else up with it. Check the MACD on BTC Weekly. I don't really look at the MACD, but CJ Nis, straight vaping. Thank you for being here. I'll see about bringing that up, but we'll get into it. S&P 500 now, that's another good sign. Yes, exactly. One of the major stock indices is on the cusp of breaking out into new all-time high, and it's looking good. It's looking good. So let's go ahead and get on over to the chart. This part of the show is brought to you by Blowfin. Check out Blowfin, where wells are made. Excellent exchange. I use it each and every day for my intraday trading. They have tons and tons and tons of assets on there, so you can pick up pretty much anything there. And as far as I'm concerned, it didn't require a VPN, but if you need one, check out NordVPN. We do have some kind of thing going on. It's like 74% off, some kind of deal. It's in the description. 74% off for like 15 months. Killer deal. All right, the global crypto market cap. RS Miller always giving us the global crypto market cap. I love it. Love to see it. All right, guys. So starting off, we've got the S&P 500 looking like it's ready to go. It's looking pretty good. We have the high over here at 6162.25 points. And we are currently just 0.34%, well, 0.35% away. Well, I guess we would go over that. So 0.36% away from a new all-time high. And I think it could get there. Now, we might see a little bit of a pullback because as I'm looking at this right now, before we head higher, there's a potential for a pullback before it heads higher. So why is that? I see a daily fair value gap. Now this is good though, because we came up and we broke this high here. So if we're looking at this, at the market structure on the inside here, let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of this. Let's turn off the VWAP. There we go. And let's just look at our market structure. I'll go ahead and draw it out. Bang. From low to high to low to current high. Okay. We broke this high and we closed above it on the daily chart. That is pretty bullish. That is a higher high, and that also formed the higher low. So we put in a higher low and now a new higher high, and now we can look to go for this high next. But we do have this daily fair value gap that I think we might come down into before we expand higher. Just tends to be how these things play out. Once you get the break, you come up, come down, come up. You get the break typically. If you create a fair value gap within the break, you tend to, not on the next candle because that's the one that creates the fair value gap, but the candle after that, you tend to come down into that fair value gap before you see expansion. So that's what I'll be expecting is I'll be looking for, a little bit of a pullback and then expansion. Now that could also be, we see that we have this trend line trending to the downside, and that could just be a back test of that trend line before it continues higher. So, but typically this will come today, and then it'll expand higher, or it'll consolidate just below the high. So we'll keep an eye on that, but once this breaks the high, which I do think it is more likely to do than not, could be wrong, but I do think it is more likely to break that high, and then we get that going, the bulls come back, start throwing money in this thing, and hey, that is kind of yeah. Wait. What are we talking about over here? Yo, what's going on, Army Piper? Happy Sunday, y'all. Al Jr., what's going on? Yo, Army Piper, what's going on? Let's bring you guys up here so you can see who I'm talking to. Hello. There we go. Where's my chat box? There you are. All right, so we have Chris Klein, Piper, R.S. Miller, JV. Yeah, it's pretty scary. It hasn't crossed many times. Nope, and when it does, it has usually led to some deep drops with very few exceptions. Am I on the right live? I'm on live chat, so what in the world are we talking about? Yes, it has been the cycle top all but one of 5 times. Weekly MACD histogram on BTC. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay, weekly histogram on the MACD on BTC. Let's take a look. BTC. Just the Bitstamp chart. And let's do Coinbase. More data. More data? More data. More data. All the data. All right. So, are we talking about just our standard MACD? Or are we talking about chart prime? Let's start with the, Let's start with the standard MACD. So we're going to type in MACD. Moving average convergence, divergence. All set. What's going on, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had an amazing weekend. Dayata. You said on the weekly chart. What do we say? Weekly MACD on histogram. Nope. And when yeah, it's pretty scary. It hasn't crossed many times. Okay, so we got the cross. Okay, so we're talking about here. Or right here. You said the histogram. So, yeah, we crossed bearish on the histogram on the MACD. And if we look out historically, let's back up. This is on the weekly chart, mind you. We can see that we do have the dynamic reactor well below us as well. So, pretty scary stuff. Let's see. All right, so right here, right now we're about 3 weeks into the red here. This is about 3 weeks into the red back here, right here. Then we had a big drop. Yep. About 3 weeks into the red here. Nice little drop there. 3 weeks into the red about here. Nice big drop right there. Seeing some 1, 2, 3 weeks into the red here. Final drop, push higher. All right, so that's a little bit of not bad. It's not terrible. Now, we do have to keep in mind, I mean, the fact is that this thing did level out and it started going sideways for several weeks, which before it's, started going higher. So, and that is what we could do. Just because we have flipped into the red doesn't mean we can't just go sideways for a little while longer. And this is the third dark red. Little more downside. Yep. Okay. And we do have the cross of our, what are the K and D? K and D lines. I forget what they are. But anyways. Moving average convergence divergence. So right here we got the cross before we went to on our third week of red. We got the cross on our moving averages. And then right here we got a cross before hit, drop, cross before hit, drop, cross before hit, drop. I mean, at the very least, probably we'll see more pulling back or a nice little drop. I mean, wouldn't be surprised at all. Would not be surprised at all. Now, it would throw a little bit of a wrench, a slight little bit of a wrench in my Wyckoff schematic, because with the schematic, it shows that we would set a new high before we would see the dump. But I have also said that I think a bigger pullback first before we move higher would actually be more bullish long term, midterm to long term. Midterm. I guess we'll call it midterm. For the remainder of this cycle, I think it would be more bullish if we actually had a little bit of a pullback, maybe come close to testing these highs over here that we broke out from. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to do that, to be honest. Come down, tap. Okay, are we not going to draw? Come down, tap. Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Did I lose internet? Usually my doodler doesn't work when I lost internet. Cool. Are we back? Are we here? Are we okay? Are we here? Mike Boom Arm covers the oscillator. No, you're good. Oh, okay. Well, why is it not drawing then? Hello? Highlight? Highlighter's not drawing either. What is going on right now? I'm gonna have like 30,000 drawings. Hello? Object tree? Not even showing drawings. That is weird. Why are we not drawing? Why are we not drawing? Huh. Ain't that some? Close and reopen TV. I have all these tabs open that I have to get back to. IT, someone call IT. How about we just reload the tab? Right click and refresh. Yeah, that's what I did. My end trading view is acting up too. Oh, cool. MACD is crossing positive. That looks negative to me, but I've had that too. The cross of the KD would kind of signify it's already started as it's slightly lagging. So it could be finishing the drop before going higher. 85K or so would probably reset it. Yeah, I would like it. You are drawing, but drawing in black. Yeah. Excuse me. It's not drawing. Oh no. All right, we're going to go ahead and go into the news. We'll skip the charts for now. I'll close it when we get done with the news because all that stuff is up right now and I don't want to lose it. I don't know if I'll lose it if I reopen, but okay. So as far as economic data goes, guys, don't forget tomorrow stock market is closed, and then the rest of the week we don't really have a whole lot going on. Wednesday we do have building permits prelims, housing starts, and FOMC minutes. So those could bring some action to the market, possibly, potentially. But I think the market's kind of doing whatever it wants to do right now. So yeah, on the daily, I don't know what. Hold on. And then existing home sales on Friday. We do have Japan's inflation rate year over year. That'll be interesting to see, considering that they've been seeing that they saw unexpectedly large growth in Q4 of last year. So now let's go ahead and get into this. Is the stock market open tomorrow? Is the post office closed on President's Day? Yes. So President's Day honors those who have held the office of U.S. President, although it originally marked the birthday of our first president, George Washington, and the holiday is designated as Washington's birthday on the Federal and New York Stock Exchange calendars. It's always observed on the third Monday in February, which this year falls on February 17th. Many businesses, offices, and institutions, including financial markets, will be closed on Monday. Here's what to expect. Is the stock market open? No. Are bond markets open? No. The NYSE, NASDAQ, and bond markets are all closed tomorrow. Trading resumes on Tuesday, February 18th. So might be a little boring for the stock market. Well, it'll be a little boring for the stock market. The futures will be happening, but not your standard stocks. Barring a Friday stumble, stocks were headed into the 3-day weekend with a head of steam, with the S&P 500 finishing Thursday less than 0.1% away from its record close, set on January 23rd. Investors breathed a sigh of relief after President Donald Trump didn't call for reciprocal tariffs to take effect immediately. The Dow Jones has rallied around 5.1% so far in 2025, while the NASDAQ was up 3.3% year-to-date through Thursday's close. Is there mail on President's Day? No. Are banks closed on President's Day? Most banks follow the federal holiday calendar observed by the Federal Reserve, which means they're generally closed on President's Day. Check with your branch to be sure. So yeah, another reason why you need to own crypto is because banks close on holidays, and you need to be able to access money when you can. Be your own bank. Government offices open on President's Day? No. Is there a school on President's Day? Nope. Are most stores open on President's Day? Pretty much, yeah. And yeah, so stock market is closed tomorrow. Probably be a little lackluster of a day. Might even be a lackluster day for crypto too, or the whales might come out to play. We'll see. So in some top company news of the day, we have Broadcom has interest in Intel's chip design business, while TSMC is looking at the company's factories. Cool stuff. Now this one I did find interesting. Tesla's new competitor is Meta. Tech giants are moving in on Tesla's territory. we're not talking about EVs. We're talking about robots. So apparently, Meta's looking into robots. What is Meta looking like right now? Meta, last when it closed, was up 1.11%. Disney's latest Captain America film paces $100 million at the box office. Moviegoers are helping to push up the pace of domestic box office sales 22% higher than this time a year ago. That's kind of crazy. So we've got more people spending more money on movies, going out to see the movies. So that actually is, I would say, is a good sign for the economy. But that also shows more money. People are possibly getting more money, and the more money you have to spend, the more that demand increases, which is not what the Fed wants, because you increase the demand and supply starts to shrink, then you start to see LOL about movies. Captain America is the only movie showing at the theater. That's wild. Theaters are dead, man. But yeah, higher interest rates, which just means higher inflation means higher interest rates for longer. That also goes with, we'll get into that on the next segment. Uber sues DoorDash. Oh, okay. OpenAI rejects Elon Musk takeover offer. The board of the ChatGPT developer decided the $97.4 billion bid was not in the best interest of the company's mission. Wow, okay. So Elon Musk tried to buy OpenAI for $97.4 billion. My goodness. Car tariffs may start on April 2nd. Oh. The president added that he won't start them on April Fool's Day because I'm a little suspicious. I'm a little suspicious of that April Fool's Day. Who knows if I if I put out the tariffs, people might not believe me. What's going on, Seth Shepard? Good to see you in the chat. I don't think I've seen your name before, but I'm very happy to see you here. Thank you for joining. I got into the news and people started dropping out like flies. Look at that. But yeah, Berkshire Hathaway cuts Bank of America, buys Constellation Brands. What it did with Apple stock, Warren Buffett's company kept its stake in Apple unchanged. And Apple's got some new stuff coming out. I don't know what they're getting into, but they'll be putting it out here soon. Let's go to the news flow again. All right, so S&P touches new high. Dow Industrials Treasury yield slide, which is good. For the day, the Dow Industrial slipped 0.4%, while the S&P 500 dropped less than 0.1%. Japan economy grows faster than expected. The Japanese economy expanded in the final 3 months of 2024 thanks to solid corporate spending and external demand. A positive show of strength as the central bank mulls further rate increases. So this is why I wanted to bring this up, is because since we're seeing a little bit of a boom in the Japanese market, Japanese economy, that could lead the Bank of Japan to raise interest rates again. I think we're kind of already expecting that anyway, coming, I believe, in March. So that could potentially lead us to another. I know the last time they raised the rates, it didn't really affect the market too much. But last year, when they raised their rate just 0.25%, we saw a massive pullback in the markets because of the Japan carry trade. So just something to keep our focus on. Keep it there. Just remember that is coming up, I believe, next month, and we'll just have to wait and see what they do. But yeah, Trump wants to bring down Treasury yields. There we go. Egg prices are surging again. Yep, prices of eggs have gone through the roof. Hedera to conduct a mainnet upgrade on February 19th. So I just wanted to put this on your guys' radar. If you're in HBAR, just know that Hedera is going to upgrade its mainnet to version 0.58 on the 19th. So that would be Wednesday, commencing at 1800 UTC. The upgrade is expected to take approximately 40 minutes, during which users may experience disruptions to the network. So if stuff's going on, you're trying to do stuff on HBAR on Wednesday, this is why. They're just doing an upgrade. But yeah, so HBAR is a decentralized public network that allows individuals and businesses to create powerful decentralized applications, also known as dApps. Its native cryptocurrency is HBAR, used to power decentralized applications, build peer-to-peer payment and micropayment business models, and protect the network from malicious actors. Hedera stands out from other blockchain technologies due to its use of hash graph consensus, which promises the benefits of blockchain decentralization, distribution, and security through hashing with enhanced speed, efficiency, and scalability. This technology enables Hedera to process thousands of transactions per second in contrast to traditional blockchains, making it an appealing option for enterprise use cases. This is why I am a pretty big fan of HBAR. But yeah, just keep that one there. Stocks edge up, yields fall, tariff risk gauged. Enough with all of this stuff. Let me see if we can draw yet. Nope, we can't draw yet. So let's go ahead and close. Let's reopen. Whoa, massive jump. The popcorn is not dead. The popcorn? Trading View, did I not click on you or what? What's going on? Throw some ribs in the chat. Let's see some rib chat. Cardano is the ticker. Is it? All he needs is a black cat to run in front of him. Who? Hola, Seth. Hola, everybody. How are you all doing? Sorry for interrupting what you were doing. Just thought that was interesting. Oh, you're good, CJ. No problem. No problemo, my friend. I'll be covering a different take on MACD lines crossing later tonight when I go live. There you go. Make sure you check out Trade Intuition. I'm sure he'll go live at midnight EST right after Markets After Dark over on his channel. So go over to Trade Intuition, give him a sub, and go say hello in the chat after this. I love the histogram MACD to look for divergence when I look down at my indicators. Okay, see, this is why I didn't want to close TradingView, because I was scared it just wasn't going to reopen again. There we go, rib chat. Go in the rib chat. Good night, Army Piper. I don't know if you're still here or not, but you stopped talking, so good night. I am sub there. Awesome, Seth. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think we're gonna see a big dumpski? A big dumperino? This is why I didn't want to close it. But then again, I couldn't draw. So, what else am I supposed to do? So, what'd you guys do this weekend? You see what I'm dealing with. See what I'm dealing with. This guy. The Ring of Death. Thank you. Watch it come back up with all the tabs. No, I closed them. All right. So Bitcoin, histogram. There we go. Excellent. All right. So now I can see. Now I can see better. Okay. So Now let's see if I can draw. All right. So, I can draw. So, breakout, back test, go. Wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. In fact, I think this would be more bullish than if we were to create a new high and then come back down, because that would almost signify the end. Not 100%, of course, but yeah, man. So crossing that, getting that bearish cross in the MACD has tended to lead on the weekly, has tended to lead to a nice little pullback. So we can see us potentially come down here, retest these highs. We also have another trend line that we could come down to. And, we've been expecting here on Markets After Dark, some type of pullback. I was thinking that maybe we would, like I was saying earlier, create one more high before we rolled over. But hey, if we can go ahead and get the rollover over with, then that would be great too. So potentially come down here, maybe get a short-term bounce. Come down here, short-term bounce, come back down to this next level. By the time we get down there, maybe that dynamic reactor has caught up, and then we can get going and rip to the upside from there, push that 150 to 200K. And then after that, that'll be it. That'll be all she wrote. So that is Bitcoin. Kind of. Let's drop down to a smaller time frame. Hello. Let's get rid of the MACD. I'm not big on the MACD, as in like I don't really use it. Haven't used it in years, so it's not an indicator that I am extremely familiar with. Not that there's a lot to it, but I like what I like. So, all right, so nice big indecision candle on the weekly chart a couple weeks ago. Last week we got a pretty much just the same thing, a nice indecision candle on the weekly. Let's go ahead and zoom out real quick to the monthly chart. Let's get rid of these drawings. Yes, remove all the drawings. I don't care. All right, so the monthly chart, we did get that pullback down on the monthly fair value gap in January, and just another little tap of that same fair value gap during that big liquidation event that we had. And so I'm just looking for this to continue to hold on the monthly, and if it can hold, then perhaps we could see March be the explosive move. It may not be. It may not start this week on the 18th. Sorry, Artist Miller. Sitting here on the monthly chart, we do see potentially a bearish divergence forming in here. Yeah. Which we've never had a bearish. Well, no, we had a bearish divergence here, but this was well below the top line here. The top line. So, and our money flow is moving to the upside, although it is getting a little bit of a curvature back towards the downside. So, I mean, at the very least, like I've been saying, sideways at the very least, continuing to go sideways. Let's go to the weekly chart. There's that monthly fair value gap. Now, I was thinking that we would at least come down and hit the midway point of this fair value gap. Right there at about, what is that, 82,000, 81,900, $100 range, give or take a few hundred, really. I do believe we are bullish as well. It warmed up here also to a whopping 75 degrees today. So on Friday, it was like in the 40s. Maybe lower 50s, and then Saturday it was about the same, and then within like 30 minutes it jumped 17 degrees. and then storms moved in. So I was like, oh great, we're about to have tornadoes. But nope. Nope, just a lot of rain and lightning, thankfully. Oh, and this week we're going to be seeing like 8 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's the bull market support band area. Yeah, oh, right here. Is that it? I'm not really sure. Dixie. Let's see what the Dixie is doing. That can kind of help us a little bit with the Bitcoin. Losing significant. Ooh, this looks bearish. This looks bearish. Still above the quantum reactor on the weekly, but it is the weekly. Our trend ribbon is trending down on a Chart Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. Don't forget to check out Chart Prime, guys. 45% off your first month. Link in the description down below. Yeah, that is trending to the downside. True 7 has flipped to the downside, and we have a little bit of power bar on the bottom side. The selling power bar. Little, you can barely see it. It's really, it's kind of showing up a little bit, but we can see that this one is faded out. The bullish side is completely faded out, and the bearish side is picking up a little bit. Now, if this does cross over the 0 line, then that would be pretty bearish for the Dixie, and this is sitting on the weekly chart. So maybe we could see it come down here, tap this low. Hello. Tap this low right here. Get a nice bounce back up to that 0.5. And then that'll be the top of a head and shoulders pattern, potentially. And then it would roll over from there. This is what we want to see, because it's kind of basically like, the Dixie is basically dollar dominance. It's kind of what it means against other fiat currencies. But also, if the Dixie is going down, then it is much more likely that our risk on assets, our crypto, our stocks are going to the upside, because the dollar is losing its value. So the assets are gaining in value. RS Miller is on things. There you go. Another good sign. 81 next week. Rain, lightning, tornadoes. Sounds great. Yeah, it's the South. Welcome. If we break down to 70K on BTC, that will suck. It will suck, but I won't have to sell. Yeah, that's good. You can buy more, actually. ADA has an inverse head and shoulders. I hope it plays out. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So the Dixie kind of looking bearish, so that is a positive sign for our assets. Let's go to ADA. What time frame? Is this the one we were looking at last week? RS Miller? Inverted head and shoulders. Not really seeing it, but I do see. Go ahead and draw a box on here. Come on. Hello. Any day now. Thank you. Here it is. I don't remember. It was showing this afternoon late. It's all right. We can see. This is nice. We got a break above both the quantum and dynamic reactors here on the 15-minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. Take a look at that. I'm sure we're probably below. Well, we might be above both of those. So that would be bullish. But let's see. Come on. Bring them up. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're above both the quantum and dynamic reactors. So that is leaning more bullish. Our money flow is still in the red, but it is giving some curvature to the upside. So we want to see that move to the upside. I would look for a potential initial move to the upside with a pullback later on as this resets, as the trend ribbon resets back down towards the 0 line, but the money flow starts to cross green, and then our true 7 starts to cross green, and the trend ribbon starts to push to the upside. We get a bounce off of the breakout area, or since it looks like it's already gotten a bounce off of the breakout area. It could just be a push up and then consolidate and then break out. Something like that. Let's do something. I do want to go over this because it is in the title. And I only have about 14 minutes left. So don't forget to smash that like, please. Number one way to help support the channel. Smashing that like and hitting that subscribe button if you are new. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate all of your support. Lunchable connoisseur. Personally, I would love 70k BTC. I want $1 SUI. Sorry, I'm selfish. I would like more SUI myself. SUI. All right, so Cardano over here. Let's come on over. Well, let's put this on the weekly chart. Okay. Let's change this to Binance so I don't have to delete any of my drawings. Retail isn't here. Retail's been here, my friend. Retail has been here. If retail isn't here after 100K, after all this other stuff, I don't know when retail is supposed to be here at this point. I think we just need people to have extra money to spend. Oh wait, BTC, Binance. So comparing ADA USD to US to BTC. All right, let's zoom down. Retail is getting liquidated using 100x. Exactly. Has OM top? Maybe. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. All right, let's zoom this out a little bit. All right, so we do see the Cardano coming down and touching its 2020 lows and getting a nice bounce off of that on the Bitcoin pairing. At the same time, let's see, those lows were this area. This area over here. These were the lows. And you saw the big push up after those lows were tapped here on the Bitcoin and the USD price chart. Now, what's cool about looking at these is that these actually have divergences as well. So you can actually find bullish and bearish divergences just on different asset pairings. No indicator, just the same asset, but just on different pairings. So like this, low is here. We can see it. You can see the thing over here. The thing, the crosshair. You can see the crosshair over here at this low, same as this low. Put this in over here, and then, bam. What do you get? You get a bullish divergence. That bullish divergence is on the support end. And then we see the nice big push to the upside. We can also see that it put in a bearish divergence here. So we had high to high. And then we have high to high. That's a bearish divergence. Look at that. Pullback. But then we got the breakout on the Bitcoin price chart of the channel. Breakout, pull back, come back down to the lows, retest the lows, and have since bounced up. So just looking for some follow through here on the Cardano price chart on both the USD and Bitcoin pairings. So just something to keep in mind. I would like to use, I like to use this also as a reference as to when to scoop up altcoins. So if they are coming back down to their Bitcoin, to their lows, excellent. And if they're holding, that's even better. That is showing strength in the altcoins. Now, there are other altcoins when you go and look at their BTC pairings, I'm going to give just a brutal example. EOS. I am retail. Yeah, exactly. We're all retail. Just to give a brutal example. This is EOS all time against Bitcoin. Just complete and utter, it's just nothing but downside. That's all it is. So you definitely want to find stuff that has held up well against Bitcoin. XRP is one that has held up well against Bitcoin. Now it also put in bullish divergences. Let's go to the XRP chart. I think I did Binance earlier. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Go back. Right here. XRP, USD. Binance. EOS, LOL, I haven't heard that name in 4 years. Didn't know it was still around. I mean, it's still around, but it's not. It's not a thing. So right here we have massive bullish divergence. If you just bought any time that this line touched, I mean, no, that was Litecoin I was looking at earlier. I can look at that too, but look at this, just the most massive bullish divergence, which is why we get the big push up right here. We get the flat line here on the support end. Okay, a little bit of a flat line there, and then we get the big push up on the USD pairing. That is a bullish divergence, and then boom, pop off on both. So keep that in mind. XRP also came back down to its all-time lows against Bitcoin before taking off as well. So just being down in this range, we would have known that this is probably a good area to really get into XRP before it explodes to the upside. So there's we can look at a lot. ETH, USD, ETH, BTC. I wish. I think I might have to get me a new boom. Let's see. Let's go to the Coinbase one and look at Ethereum. Like what? Ever since September of 22. So ever since it bottomed, ever since the bottom of the bear market, or was the bottom in like June? I think the bottom was in like June. Then we had a little bit of a rally together with Bitcoin, but ever since then, Ethereum's just lost value against Bitcoin. Of course, most of the market has, but Ethereum, the number 2 asset in the whole market, just not being able to keep up. But it is at its 2020 lows, 2021. Yeah, the low came in 2021 of December to January 2020 to 2021. And this was the whole 2021 bull market. Then it goes sideways against Bitcoin, but ultimately starts to fall. But it's come back down to a key area of support, but there's also another low down here that it could also come down to. And if we look over on the USD pairing, we can see that we do have some equal lows down here. Let's go ahead and turn off the Market Oracle Pro. Don't forget, guys, check out Chart Prime. Excellent indicator suite. 45% off your first month. Link in the description down below. And guys, they have a Discord with great people that'll help you out, and getting that subscription also gives you access to OC Guy and Alexo Crypto lessons, daily lessons. So, did George say something about EOS? No, I did. I don't even know who George is. Are you talking about George George R. Us. So we do have these equal lows here on the USD. It's not so much on the spot, but it is on the perp charts for sure. So that could tell us that we could be coming down a little bit lower on Ethereum. I hate saying it, but I mean, I think that is potential reality. We haven't even come back down to test the 786. We came up just short of it. Let's see. Let's pull up fixed range volume profile. Let's do this range here. We do have a point of control sitting down here. We do have a node sitting right there at the 886 and at the 786. And let's just pull in from the low to the high. What do we have? We did come down to the value area high of this range and have bounced off of it. So, yeah, not sure, but it's kind of so. Basically, guys, a little bit of a mixed bag across the board. I do see some strength in some altcoins against Bitcoin. I do see some strength in altcoins against the dollar. But that doesn't mean that we still can't just go sideways and down a little bit. And, maybe we'll have some outliers. But typically, if the stock market's about to break out, crypto will kind of go stale for a little while because the stock market's sucking all the liquidity and pulling it away from the crypto market. People need people like a less risky trade, and crypto is a risky trade because of all the low market caps and all that stuff. And but yeah, yep, man, it's crazy. I rode the George train at Knoxberry Farm. Man, I feel like I didn't get into a whole lot, but I feel like I got into a whole lot at the same time. I mean, luckily, we do this every single day, Sunday through Thursday, every night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Piper Academy Network. Russell 2000 looking kind of bullish too now. So, Russell 2000, that's your 2000 low cap companies in the stock market. So your higher risk companies, if this starts to move to the upside, then we can see then that would, if we see expansion, the breadth open up in the stock market, as some say, if you see the breadth open up in the stock market, that would be the Russell starting to go and set a new high. Then those profits could then rotate into crypto. Well, I could see, so we had $500 billion wiped out of the stock market in one day with that Nvidia sell off after DeepSeek. Those profits could start being rotated into our riskier assets, and then soon enough they'll just pump up. The Russell will pump up. That'll give us the signal, okay, the market is going risk on. It's time to prepare our exit strategies and to remind ourselves FOMO is a real thing and we need to be careful. Okay? All right, guys. I do appreciate each and every single last one of you for being here. It is an honor and a privilege to come out here every single night to hang out with you guys and to share my thoughts and ideas and bring you some news and yeah, but it's always a great time, and I do appreciate all of your love and support. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Go over to Trade Intuition right after this, sub to his channel, and go say hi if you don't have work in the morning like I do. But outside of that, guys, yeah. Don't forget, tomorrow morning we'll have Good Morning Crypto with BC Port Corp at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we will have the morning market report with Army Piper and the OC guy at 10 a.m. Trade intuition for the Trade Academy. Learn how to trade there at 4 p.m. Get yourself a little bit of a what do you call it? Give yourself a little bit of a sample right after this over on T.I. Joe's channel. And then, yeah, nothing. Stock market's closed tomorrow, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Probably a whole lot of nothing. Stock market or everything will open back up on Tuesday. Maybe the stock market being closed, people will get bored and want to pump some crypto or dump some crypto. We'll see. But yeah, then we'll have the crypto nightcap with TradeFly and FD White. I'm not even sure anymore. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we'll be right back here for more markets after dark, where we go mad on the charts. I do appreciate each and every single one of you for being here. And thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will see you then. Mad love. Good night. Peace.
Welcome to the night where we light up the spark. We're trading crypto, finance, you'll be mad on the charts. Hosted by the one, Lunar Beaches top shark. Dive deep into the numbers cause this ain't no lark. We're crunching all the data, making money moves fast. From Wall Street to the blockchain, making predictions last. Community together in this financial blast. Markets after dark, that shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright lights. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the mother lode. Economic loops and the way the dollar flows. Community vibes where everybody grows. Analyzing trends while the world lays low. Markets after dark where only brilliant shows. Hit that subscribe and join the ride. In the world of finance where fortunes collide. Lunar's path will be your guide. Through the market storm or the market tide. The charts with Lunar's bright light. Crypto markets soaring through the night. From Bitcoin markets soaring plus. Markets after dark, that shatter ceilings made of glass. Mad on the charts with Lunar's bright light. Crypto markets soaring through the night. Follow the trends, see the future in sight. It's markets after dark, the financial flight. From Bitcoin to Ethereum, we're mapping the road. Stock tips and insights, secrets ready to unload. Trading strategies, sharp on knowledge be showed. Let Lunar Beaches guide you to the